I got a letter from BMW and they told me they need to see my 1 Series. Let's talk about it. You heard it right. I got a letter from BMW for me to bring in my 1 Series to get looked at. There's actually an extended service warranty that BMW themselves has offered to me and owners of similar 1 Series vehicles. Now, there's a component in the cars called a footwell module. And what that does is that handles all the electronics in the interior of the car. If that goes bad, a lot of weird things can start to happen, but I didn't know if that was actually happening with me. So I figured I would take the car to the dealership and set up an appointment to get it done. I looked up BMW dealerships and found 2 near me, one in North Austin and one in South Austin. And believe it or not, I went to BMW of South Austin. Why? Because the BMW of North Austin treated me like I was a child in this letter that BMW gave me. Not that I faked or manipulated in any way, shape. It says BMW of North America is extending the limited warranty for your vehicle's footwell module to 15 years and 186,000 miles, whichever occurs first as determined from your vehicle's original first in-service or delivery date. Now, my car was made in 2011, which in most cases could determine that it was made, or it's a 2011 model year, which means it might have been made in 2010 in any part of that time frame. With it being said, it's a little close to being the end of 2025 and maybe being able to push it into 2026. It just depends on when the manufacturer date is. And so I was like, okay, it's close enough. I should probably just get this checked out, looked at, get it taken care of. If it's an issue, get it done. If it's not, oh well, pay the diagnostic fee and move on. So I called BMW North Austin. I tell them my situation, tell them what I'm seeing. And they say, yeah, we're familiar with this. This is what's happening. If these things aren't happening with your car, we don't recommend you coming in. Just, come in when it starts having issues. And they didn't really explain what those issues might be. Now, I don't know if this was a service advisor or just someone who sets up the appointments, but to me, it seemed like they were not interested in me coming in because they were like, oh yeah, it usually is like 10 years, 150,000 miles. And I was like, oh, well, on this letter that I got from BMW of North America, it says 15 years, 186,000 miles. They're like, no, it's 10 years and 150,000 miles. And I was like, but this is what the letter says. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but this is what this letter says. Why would it tell me about this if it was actually 10 years and 150,000 miles? And she's like, it's not whatever your letter says. And I was like, okay, thank you for your time. I was fed up with the situation. And so I went to talk to the South Austin dealership because obviously I need to figure out 2 things. 1, if this letter is manufactured in some way, or 2, if I'm actually in the wrong here. Because it's very possible that this may have been a mistake or a typing error, but it seems very weird that BMW of North America would send me a letter for my car and it be a typing error. So I talked to BMW South Austin and kind of got a similar answer, but the result was different. I tell them the exact same thing. Hey, I have this vehicle. I'm getting something about the footwell module. And they go, oh yes, I see here. This is what it is. Good news. You have until March 2026 to get it taken care of. Amazing how that works and how helping someone out can make a difference. So I said, cool. And they were like, you don't have to bring it in if you're not having issues. You have until March. Do you want to wait till then? And I was like, you know what? This is on my mind right now. I would like to take care of it before it becomes an issue. I can get a once over. I'm okay with doing the diag cost or paying for the diag. I'm ready to pay that. I just want to make sure that the car is good to go and I don't have to worry about it. All right, your appointment is on the 8th of October. We will see you then. And I was like, awesome. So today, October 8th, I went to the BMW South Austin dealership and was taken care of. Talked with the people, went for a service advisor to help me out. A service advisor, Charles Reeves. He's one of the senior service advisors there and was able to help me out with it. I told him what the situation was. I said, hey, I got this letter. I want to check out, make sure this is good. I just want to know. And also let me know if it is an issue and you have to program the car, please let me know before you do it because it is modified. It has a tune on it and it has things on the car that could mess it up if you program it and try and set it back to its factory settings. He said, all right, thank you for letting me know that. Just so you know, because the car is modified, BMW can deny the extended warranty on the part. I said, that's fine. I just need to know before we go and do. He said, all right, sounds good. And had the car taken in and I sat in the gas area waiting for the results of or the fruits of their labor. And what I thought would be maybe half a day kind of situation, or maybe even multiple hours of staying at the dealership, it ended up only being a 1 hour visit. And I was actually kind of impressed. I got a video talking about what had been looked over with the car and things that I need to address and look at. and we'll take a look at that right now.
This is Vaughn. I'm the technician working on your vehicle today. So far, everything's looking pretty good. There are a couple of things I wanted to bring to your attention. First, upon inspection, looking underneath the vehicle around the oil pan, I did find some moisture around the oil pan and surrounding areas, so it does appear that the oil pan is seeping, so I'll be recommending resealing that oil pan to prevent any further oil seepage. You can see how it's kind of coating underneath here. Yeah, so I'll be providing with a quote on that. Moving towards the front end of the vehicle, looking at the front end suspension, I did find that these wishbones right here are seeping grease, or these bushings are seeping grease. You can see underneath that, and if one side is failing, the other side is most likely not too far along to fail as well, which is usually the case with front end suspension components. So I'll be recommending replacing both of those front wishbones due to those bushings seeping grease. Once those bushings fail, usually leads to alignment issues, which then translates to uneven tire wear, which is why I'll be recommending replacing that. Yeah, so moving on to measurements. Front brakes measured in at 8 millimeters, rear brakes measured in at 7 millimeters. Rear tires measured in at 6 and 5/30 seconds, and then both front tires measured in at 7/30 seconds. And then I've set front tires about 32 psi and rear tires about 35 psi. Yeah, but that's all for underneath the vehicle. Apart from the oil pan, the front wishbones, everything's looking good under here. Not seeing anything completely out of the ordinary. One thing I did want to mention though is upon inspection when driving the vehicle in, I did find that the washer fluid is inoperative, so I'll be recommending replacing that washer pump. But yeah, overall, vehicle's in great shape, not seeing anything out of the ordinary. For the electrical concerns, I did reinitialize the windows. If you have any further questions or concerns, please contact your service advisor. Thank you for choosing BMW of South Austin. Have a great day.
Pretty neat, right? I used to think it was a little bit of a gimmick of people, of having technician do videos and stuff like that. But there is something nice about being able to physically see the technician talk about what is going on. And as someone who knows how to work on vehicles and has worked on many of their vehicles in the past, it's great to be able to just talk lingo and then just be able to be like, this is what's wrong. I don't have to go into the shop and see it. I can be shown it right then and there. I don't have any issues with it. And I'll be like, they're not messing with me. I know that they're suggesting this and I can tell that that doesn't look like it's supposed to. So it's really awesome. I appreciate the technician for showcasing everything on the video. I know it's probably an aspect of your job, but I still appreciate it nonetheless. When I looked over everything, I was like, cool, this is good to know. Found out that we're going to have to look at some suspension arms pretty soon, replacing the oil pan gasket. And this one I already kind of knew and I've already ordered parts for. The windshield washer pump doesn't work, or the filter on it is clogged. So I'm replacing the pump and the filter so that I don't have any issues later down the line. And I can use my windshield washer fluid and be able to clean my windshield when it gets dirty. So super happy about that. They gave me estimates for everything, and at a later time, I will be looking at pricing of parts and comparing it to the cost and estimates from the dealership. So personally, I can make the call if it's better for me to have it done at the dealership or me just to do it myself. But realistically, most, if not all of this, will probably be done by myself, minus the alignment on the car, because to be honest, I have people that can help me with an alignment on an alignment rack, and I'd rather do that because that seems like fun. And it's also another video. But overall, I can do a majority of the work on this car that they said I should look at. And I was really thankful for this because this gave me a new insight on the car and allowed me to feel safer knowing, hey, I have these at the forefront of my mind. These are things I have to address. And I don't make the mistake of buying modifications that are unnecessary when I know I have to make fixes on my car. Or God forbid, I buy the parts and then look at my car and be like, oh, I should have spent my money on this. With that being said, it came to paying for the diagnostic. I was done for the day. They had brought my car back in. It looked just as good as it went in. And I was very happy with that. What I didn't expect was the service advisor, Charles, to take care of me and cover the diagnostics. I was fully under the impression that I was going to be paying for it. And frankly, that's what I was expecting. If the car wasn't a problem, I was going to get the car. I was going to pay for the diagnostic because it only makes sense, right? They did a service. The least I can do is pay, and they took care of me, and I greatly appreciate it. You guys did not have to do this, and I think it speaks highly of the culture and the people that you have working there. So to Charles, thank you for that. And to BMW of South Austin, thank you so much more. And to Hendricks Auto Group and Hendrick Motorsports, you guys are amazing. You obviously set a high standard for the employees that you have at your company, and I am very thankful for that. So thank you for doing that. Did not have to do that. And I made this video saying thank you because it only seems fair that if you are going to give me something that I was expecting to pay for free, I would at least give you the respect that you deserve and showcase your awesomeness. So thank you for that. You guys are awesome. I greatly appreciate it. So if you guys are looking for a new BMW or looking to get a new car in general, or even get your current BMW service, check out BMW South Austin and specifically look out for Charles Reeves. He will help you out and get you taken care of and lay everything out for you. Just an honest person and tells you exactly what you need to know. And I did not feel like I was whelmed. I didn't feel like I was being sold on anything. They just told me what it was and said, here is the decision you need to make. Here's the things you need to look at and make a decision. And I didn't feel pressured at any point to have to do something that day. So I greatly appreciate that. I greatly appreciate you taking care of the diagnostic costs. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for checking on the vehicle and giving me a better peace of mind knowing that my car is good to go. I don't have to worry about the footwell module. I know exactly what condition my car is in, even though it's already in a pretty good spot. Just knowing those few extra things that can make it just that much better makes me feel more comfortable. Thank you again for doing that. And if you guys are interested in any of the kind of stuff that I talked about today, you can check out all the links down below. You can check out the dealership. You can check out some of the stuff that I've done on my car. And if you guys did like this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see, and I will see you guys on the next video. We're probably going to be doing something pretty awesome.